Guys, this is CryptoMac and we are watching Crypto Quick series. Hope you guys are doing great today. Before going to this video, please like this video and also subscribe this channel in order to support this channel. So today we are going to see two amazing projects from Polkadot system, and there is Polkadot ecosystem, and this is about a decentralized exchange. So it's like Uniswap. We are going to see two important decentralized exchanges that are going to be launched soon on Polkadot ecosystem, and it has way more advantage when compared to Uniswap. So we are going to discuss all those things and what is the more advantages in using this projects and this decentralized exchanges. We are going to see that one, and then we are going to actually we will be starting with market analysis. Then we are going to analyze mainly analyze some of the technical issues and some of the technical parameters in Bitcoin price. So we are going to analyze that one, Bitcoin price analysis. Then we'll be seeing those projects. So let's dive into this video. So first of all, we can start with a market analysis in CoinGecko. Let's see the top 10 coins past 24 hours performance. If you see the top 10 coins, first we have is Bitcoin, that is 0.6% up. And you can see now it is around $10,500. So it's staying near to the resistance level. So let's see what happened next. And next we have Ethereum, that is 0.1% up. So it's not much up in terms of price. Here you can see have a huge drop, then now it is consolidating. So here also huge drop, then now we have consolidation. So not recovered much. And XRP 0.9% up. So this is also in consolidation phase. Bitcoin Cash 2.6% up. Polkadot 1.8% up. Binance Coin 3.2% up. Chainlink minus 2.2%. So Chainlink is dropping heavily. And if you see a crypto.com coin, that is 0.1% up, and Litecoin is 2.6% up. So if you see the top 10 coins, it's not bullish. It's still in a consolidation phase, sideways movement from after a drop. You can see that all the charts are in red. So after a drop, now it is having a consolidation phase. So this is all about the top 10 24 hours performance. If you see the top gainers in past 24 hours, we have OMG Network 18.3% up, so it had a small recovery after the drop. When next we have Synthetix Network token, that is 14.5% up. Phantom 14.1% up, so Phantom is still bullish. You can see the price moving up and up. Ampleforth 11.8% up. Engine Coin is 10.9% up. Compound 10% up. Decentraland 9.3% up. So Celsius Network 8.5% up. Quant 7.9% up. So quite a sideways movement. You can see some of the coins are it's still recovering. Some of the coins are slightly bullish and some of the coins are in sideways movement. So not that much from the past 24 hours. If you see losers, Blockstack minus 7.4%. Energy Web Token minus 5.4%. Loopring minus 5.2%. VeChain minus 4.9%, UMA minus 3.4%, Numeride minus 3.2%. So if in terms of loser also, it's not that much. All are in consolidation phase. After a huge drop, now everything is in consolidation phase. You can see from this percentage, you can see it's the top is minus 7.4%. So it's not that much losing. So it's in consolidation phase. The prices are. So it looks like the total market is in sideways. If you see the Bitcoin price analysis, if you see Bitcoin price, you can see from here, that is, we have been discussing about this in the previous videos, that it has broken this long-term trend line. So in terms of long time, it's still bullish. The Bitcoin is still bullish. So in term of in order to turn the Bitcoin price from bullish to bearish, it has to broke this trend line and it has to go below this trend line. So once this trend line breaks, and if the price goes below this trend line, then we can say the trend has been changed. So the market has been changed to bearish scenario. So in long term, it's still bullish. We have broken this trend line and we made a high of $12,000. That is a resistance, and we have been falling from there. and we have been discussing about this because after breaking we are expecting a retest. So what we expect is we are expecting the retest of up to here, that is $9,300, or it will retest this level, that is $10,000. We have been discussing about in the previous videos, but now it retest until $10,000, and it had a slight pump, and it went to $11,000, and $11,000 is acting as a resistance. Now it's dropped. So in case of bearish scenario, not the bearish scenario, in case of the retesting scenario, it can retest again this level, that is $10,000, or it can retest this trend line. So the price can move like this. It can retest this trend line, or one more thing is we have a CME exchange gap that is around $9,600. So if it is coming to retest this level, then the CME gap will be filled, that is $9,600 will be filled. So these are the two cases in terms of short term bearish, and the long term trend changing means it has to go beyond this trend line. And next we have is in terms of bullish scenario, it has to break this $11,000 resistance, and it has to break this $12,000 resistance. And one more thing, the short major resistance is $10,500. So the price is quite staying below that. It has to break this level. Then we have 11,000, and then we have $12,000 in terms of bullish scenario. So this is all about the Bitcoin price, and now we are going to see the two amazing projects from Polkadot ecosystem. So this is the polkaproject.com, and here you can see all the Polkadot projects, Polkadot ecosystem project. So if you see day by day, you can see the Polkadot projects are increasing heavily. Before, I think 2 to 3 weeks before, it was 199 the total projects. Now it is 244. So most of them are building on Polkadot ecosystem. Now most of the projects are building on Polkadot ecosystem, and in terms of they have segregated the projects according to each categories. We have tokens general. So we have Pallet, we have Oracle solutions, we have decentralized autonomous organization. So this is bridge category. What are the projects are going to act as a bridge? Data, privacy, DeFi, smart contracts, exchange, scaling, IoT. These projects will provide scaling solutions, IoT, gaming, grant and hiring. So lots of them. And in terms of exchange, they are providing these 4 exchanges, decentralized exchanges. One is Polkastarter, one is Polkadex, Zenlink and Polkaswap. And in this we are going to see the major two decentralized exchanges, that is Polkastarter and Polkaswap. First one we are going to see is Polkastarter. So this is the amazing project, and this is it's now going to launch their token in Uniswap. The Uniswap listing is coming soon. So let's see what it is. So it is an interoperable token pools on Polkadot. Polkastarter is a DEX, that is a decentralized exchange built for cross-chain token pools and auctions, enabling projects to raise capital on a decentralized, permissionless and interoperable environment based on Polkadot. So this is more important when compared to Uniswap, and this is it has more advantages. The main thing is you can do cross-chain token pools. So you can able to swap between different ecosystems, that is different blockchains. So cross-chain swapping is there, and auctions are there, and enabling project to raise capital on a decentralized and permission. So you can able to, it's like a any project, new entrepreneur or startup, they can raise fund in this platform. So they are providing that one. So this is about the Uniswap listing, and you can see what are the advantages. So launch interoperable token pools. Cheap transaction, of course, because it is scalable. Polkadot ecosystem is scalable, highly scalable. So it has cheap transaction. Secure ultra fast swaps. Of course, if it is scalable, then the transaction will be really fast. And user-friendly design and possibility to buy and move asset between blockchains. So this is the more important thing, because interoperability is the main thing going on now. It needed, because interoperable, all the blockchains should be interoperable, because then only you can able to exchange assets between different blockchains, and there are lots of amazing things we can do. So in terms of Polkadot is an interoperable, so you can able to see the possibility to buy and move assets between the blockchains. So you can able to move different assets, and you can able to swap different blockchain coins. That is more important. You can see that is cross-chain swap is there. That is the important thing. And fixed and dynamic swap, anti-scam features, fully KYC integration. So there will be KYC integration is there. Governance model, permissionless listing. So you can list the project without permission, because it will be recommended by the community. So governance model is there. You can vote in order to propose a project. You can in order to list a project on this Polkastarter. So in terms of the roadmap, if you see the roadmap, 2020 Q4, this is now. They are doing, there is permissionless listing, fixed token swap, private pool is there, anti-scam features, and highly slippage alerts. So these are the things they are going to that are going to happen now. They are going to launch in the Q4 and Q1 of 2021. We have migration to Polkadot. So then there will be a cross-chain swaps will be there, and full KYC integration and whitelist features will be there. Next to Q2 2021, we have dynamic ratio swap, sealed bid auctions, governance model, DAO R&D. In Q3 to Q4 2021, Polkastarter 2.0 will be launched, and the launch of full working decentralized autonomous organization. So this is about the roadmap, and if you see what are the things you can do is, you can see here the raising funds in an interoperable and decentralized infrastructure. So startups and companies can raise funds on a secure platform. So in this platform, using this platform, any startups and companies that can raise funds, that is fundraising is there. Auctions, token pool will include Dutch and sealed bid auctions. OTC, closed OTC deals with password protection. So these are the things, and you can see the Polkastarter is listing on Uniswap soon. Okay, we have seen this. This is a project about Polkastarter, and what is their tokens? The token is actually Pols. Pols is the native, that is the main token for this Polkastarter, and you can see Pols Uniswap listing is coming soon. Pols token holders will be able to vote on the product features, token utility, and types of auction, and even decide which projects to get to be featured by Polkastarter. This is important. So the Pols token holders, what they can do is they can vote. So this is like governance. So they can vote on product features. So what are the features that can, if any features will be proposed by the team, then they can vote on that features into what features to decide. Okay, I want this feature or that feature. So holders can vote on the product features. Then they have token utility. And one more thing, types of auctions, and even decide the projects. So the new projects, they can decide what other projects can be featured by Polkastarter, and the transaction fees during the swaps, the transaction fees will be paid in Pols. So in terms of token metrics, the in total circulation will be 100 million actually. Then initial market cap will be $893,000, and in terms of seed and private raise, they have raised at this $875,000, and initial Uniswap liquidity will be $200,000. This is the token metrics. And you can see token price and distribution, how they are distributing among these things. If you see the token distribution, seed sale it is 15%, private sale it is 27.5%, liquidity fund it is 22.5%, ecosystem growth 15%, team advisors 10%, and foundational 10%. If you see the price, seed sale price actually it was $0.0125. If you see private sale price, $0.025, and Uniswap listing price, this is the thing going to happen soon. So Uniswap listing price will be $0.05. So this is about the thing, and this is how they will release the tokens, and that's how the thing, and how they are using the funds. So the usage of funds will be for the product, it will be 45%, not for the developer team actually. For liquidity, that is providing liquidity to Uniswap and other exchanges, 30%. Marketing will be 20%. Legal things will be 5%. This is about the token utility based on governance and fees. So how the token will be used for governance infrastructure that enables community voting. So for governance, the token holders token will be used as a main key for not for the voting purposes. Transaction, every pool in a Polkastarter will have a transaction fees in pool. So we know that pools will be used for transactions, and pools also require the creator and hold pools. So these are the things, the utility, token utility. We have governance, we have transaction, and we have pools. So this is all about Polkastarter. And if you can go and you can join the Telegram group, there will be they will be updating all the updates. They will be providing all the updates in the Telegram group, and they have Twitter. You can have a look on their Twitter. They are still active on Twitter. And about this, what are the main feature? If you see the main feature, if you can see here, the killer feature of Polkastarter is the possibility of making cross-chain swap. One is cross-chain swaps powered by Polkadot ecosystem, which can provide higher throughput for faster and cheaper transaction while staying connected to the Ethereum network and other blockchain for liquidity. So one is the major thing here is compared to Uniswap is the cross-chain. There will be here is a cross-chain swap is there, so they can provide they can swap between different blockchains like Ethereum and other blockchains, and it is highly scalable, so the transaction charge will be cheap and faster, and the transaction will be faster. So other features include permissionless listing is there, token swaps by smart contract, private pool with password, whitelisting, high slippage price alerts, as we have been seen before. So these are the major advantages. And next, what we are going to see is this one. Actually, we are excited to announce that the Polkastarter, Polkastarter has successfully raised $875,000 in seed and private sale round. It's huge, guys. So you can see how the people are attracted towards this project, and how the people are believing in this project. So this is more important. And next project we are going to see is another decentralized exchange on Polkadot ecosystem, that is PolkaSwap. So this is built on Zora network. So you can see the DEX for interoperable feature. The PolkaSwap is a non-custodial AMM DEX designed uniquely for the Polkadot ecosystem and hosted on the Zora V2 network. Liquidity, security, convenience, and user-friendly interface where immediate exchange of assets can take place. So this is about this. This is also a decentralized exchange. You will be having it is interoperable. You will be having cross-chain swaps. And one of the important thing is we have to notice because there are a little bit scams going on. Actually, PolkaSwap is an ongoing development project, and you can see, be careful and always lookout out for the scams involving people selling PSwap. Actually, PSwap is the token for PolkaSwap. Like here we have polls for Polkastarter. Here it is PSwap, and we have this XOR Zora token and or Val tokens. Always check the things through official channels if you are having any doubts, and avoid risky products like the future of OTC transaction. So be aware in terms of scams going on, or be aware and do your own research and do things. So what is PolkaSwap? Is a non-custodial AMM DEX protocol for swapping token based on Polkadot network, parachains, and blockchains connected via bridge. So we can able to swap the tokens inside the Polkadot network, and also the blockchains that are connected via bridge. So it's like a cross swap. You can do interoperable swap. PolkaSwap protocol effectively removes trusted intermediaries and provide the opportunity for faster trading. So PolkaSwap is an open source software license under Apache V2. How does PolkaSwap work? So actually, PolkaSwap is a DEX with the possibility to set up multiple liquidity sources under a liquidity aggregation algorithm. When traders call the swap function, the liquidity aggregation algorithm will fill the order using the best offers from the liquidity sources. So there will be algorithm, and it's usually happens for all the things. And liquidity sources can be represented as AMMs, order books, algorithms. So this is how it works. Simple. Does PolkaSwap DEX have a token? Yes, they have a token that is called PSwap, and the PolkaSwap token PSwap enables the user, and what it is, the main uses of a PSwap token is utility is enables the user to create liquidity on token trading pairs in the PolkaSwap DEX. Okay, providing liquidity called liquidity staking. Trading fees will be used to buy back and burn PSwap tokens. So there will be a burn is also there, and new PSwap tokens are minted to reward liquidity providers. So new tokens will be minted in order to provide the rewards for the liquidity providers, one who provides liquidity in the Polkaswap decentralized exchange. The PSwap tokens issuer will be a smart contract that will distribute PSwap according to the programmed logic and incentivize Polkaswap growth. Additionally, the Zora token will be used for paying network transaction fees. So Zora token, the XOR tokens also will be used for paying network transaction fees. Will there be an ICO or private sale? No, there are currently no plans to have ICO or private sale. How are you going to distribute the PSwap tokens? It is not mentioned here, so they will update it soon. In terms of utility of the PSwap tokens, you can see here for main utility is first one is incentivizing liquidity providers, that is giving rewards to liquidity providers. Next, utilizing a deflationary model with respect to token supply. Because why it is deflationary model is we have a burning of PSwap is there. So the 0.3% fees for every trade in the PolkaSwap DEX is issued to buy back PSwap tokens. Part of these PSwap tokens are allocated to liquidity providers, and part are burned to decrease the supply. So you can see in every trade, in every transaction, will be that is a 0.3% of PSwap tokens are used, and 0.3% that in that 0.3% half will be used to allocated to the liquidity providers. So part of these PSwap tokens are allocated to the liquidity providers, and part will be burnt. So there is an decrease. There will be a decrease in supply. So it's huge. It's really nice because when the supply reduces, the price will be increasing. Price of the token. At first, 100% of the bought back PSwap tokens are allocated to the liquidity providers, but with the time, the percentage with this With the time, this percentage decreases with the bond tokens. So there will be initially more number of tokens will be given to the liquidity providers. Then you can see there will be a gradual decrease because some of the tokens are burned. So there will be a gradual decrease in the percentage they are getting. So how is Zora used in Polkaswap protocol? Actually, Polkaswap is built on Zora network. Zora tokens, that is XOR tokens, will be used for gas fees and liquidity provision on Polkaswap. So this is how they have built on Zora network. And is there a roadmap? Roadmap they are building, still not yet released. And is Polkaswap is fully permissionless? Yes, it's fully permissionless. You can see Polkaswap protocol and traders cannot be censored or allow listed. The developers cannot technically stop or edit the smart contract in any way after they have been deployed. So deployment of developed code will be decided by the community. It's the governance, that is community, not the decision of developer. So one of the main thing is the token holders will vote on the projects which can be deployed on Polkaswap exchange. This is about Polkaswap pool, and it's similar to the Uniswap pool. We can see here 50 by 50. So if you are providing liquidity in 2 coins, each coin share should be the same. That is 50 by 50 it should be. And to contemporary, it's like a Uniswap. And they are also adding multiple other pools technologies to provide better trading experience for the users. Polkaswap will have liquid aggregation path algorithm which will filter trades according to the best offers using multiple pools simultaneously. So how can you use Polkaswap as a trader? If you want to use everything after the launch, so Polkaswap DEX front end will be coming through the Fearless wallet is there, and or the Zora app, and directly through smart contracts. That is everything after launch. It's not launched yet. How can I use Polkaswap as a liquidity provider? Liquidity provider have 2 ways to interact with Polkaswap protocol. One is the front end, directly they can provide liquidity. Second, that is the directly through smart contracts, both after launch. So this is all about the thing. Is there any risk? No, it is. It will be audited by the professional firms. So you can, and they are not guaranteeing small bucks, but it is fully audited. So it will be a trusted one. So this is all about the thing, and you can have a look on Twitter. They are still active. You can join the Telegram group also. So you will be getting daily updates on what they are doing. And if you see, and they have put a neat comparison over Ethereum. You can see here. See Polkaswap versus Ethereum based exchange. So what are the advantages of Polkaswap compared to Ethereum based decentralized exchanges? First thing is multitude of assets existing on numerous chains. It is more important. There is multitude in the sense, it is not, if in case of Ethereum, in case of Uniswap, it is limited to only ERC20 tokens, that is Ethereum based tokens. In case of here, since we have interoperability, it's in the first point is mainly about interoperability. So it is, since we have interoperability, we can able to swap different ecosystem coins. So there will be cross-chain swap. That is what mentioned here. You can see Polkaswap has the capability to go beyond the limits of current Ethereum DEX with the opportunity to add tokens from the Polkadot ecosystem as well as from other blockchains to the exchanges. In doing so, the traded pairs on the Polkaswap are not limited to ERC20 tokens like other exchange, decentralized exchange, but can be any blockchain can be connected to Polkadot. So it is not limited to only ERC20 tokens. You can able to connect all the blockchain tokens into a Polkaswap. Second thing is lower gas fees, because actually Ethereum has now they are facing higher gas fees because it is not scalable. Since it is not scalable during the congestion time, what will happen is most number of transactions will be queued, and since it can perform only 15 transactions per second, so these transactions during the congestion time, the gas fees will be high. So one who is paying high gas fees will get the transaction faster. So this is more important, but this is in terms of low volume traders in Uniswap. They can't do anything because some people will just want to transfer just $10 or swap just $10. So in that time it is huge, because you have to pay $20 or $30 during the congestion time. During the peak time, you have to pay around $30 for gas fees. So they can't use this one. That's a major thing. So if you see here, you can they have mentioned that is price for the transaction are especially high and don't make sense for the lower volume traders. That is important, and gas fees will be lower using the Zora blockchain because the core infrastructure uses Hyperledger Aroha V2, which is more scalable than Ethereum. So they are using this one, and that is more scalable than Ethereum. So we don't have any, and also we don't have any expensive mining process. So the gas fees will be pretty much low compared to Ethereum. Next thing is on-time transaction. And if you are currently using DEX on the Ethereum blockchain, you will be find that is DEX are simply too slow. There is a time lag between the time of transaction is sent and the time it is validated. So you can see if you are using Ethereum, now we are facing lots of delay in the transaction because of this congestion over this market. So in order to make the transaction faster, we are paying high gas fees. That is the major thing. Why the gas fees is high? Because the transaction time is because of this congestion, we will be having higher transaction time. So the transactions are delayed. So in order to fast up the transactions, we are paying high fees. So one who pays high fees, their transaction will be their transaction will be valid faster. That is the main thing. And the team experienced building blockchain in fintech. So the team behind this is Polkadot and this Zora network, and the team behind the PolkaSwap is really an experienced team. And so there will not be any hacking or that will happen due to this, because they are providing huge security by having an experienced team behind this project. So this is about the PSwap tokens, and you can see we have been discussed this one. 0.3% trading fees per transaction like Uniswap. Trading fees are used to buy back and burn PSwap tokens, and new PSwap tokens are minted to reward liquid providers. Reward to liquid providers start 100% of burned trading fees, then gradually goes down to flat line of 30% of daily banned token for after 5 years. So this is all about PolkaSwap. You can see here how they are connected to Polkadot ecosystem using the relay chain, and you can see here bridge is there, and they have mentioned this one. And this is all about PolkaSwap. We have seen about the PolkaSwap. The main advantage of, if you see these two exchanges on Polkadot ecosystem, these main two advantages, this one. You can see interoperable feature. Here also it is interoperable. That is the main thing. So if you see these two projects, the main important advantage is interoperable. Interoperable means that is the main advantage, and we can able to transfer coins between different blockchain ecosystem. So that is the main important, and that is for this video. We have seen these two exchanges. That is, and you can join their Telegram group, and you will be getting daily updates. And Polkastarter is going to launch on, that is Pulse token. Pulse token is going to launch on Uniswap soon. So you can join the Telegram group. Then they will be updating about these. So have a look on it, because it's a high quality projects. Have a look on it. And that's all for this video. Hope you would like this video. If you like this video, please smash the like button and also subscribe this channel, because your support is really needed, guys, because I'm creating content, and your support will be an encouragement to me now to provide more content. So please subscribe this channel, please support this channel, and mainly about this one. So your support is really needed. So that's all for this video. I'll see you guys in another video of Crypto Crick series. Until then, signing off, Crypto Mac. See you guys.